I see everybody. Hi, Juan and Melissa and Tanya and Zoe and Teresa, Maricela. Hi, Lee. And I think I did see Dolly. Hi, everyone. Hi, Latanya. Okay. Hi, Cassie. So usually one of the people that I'm saying hello to, hi Moanne, in the chat is sitting here with us tonight. This is Samantha. Hi
Hi
Yoli.
guys.
So
Hi
this is
Juan. How you
Samantha.
guys?
Yeah, you guys all sometimes know her as Samantha, aka Luna.
That is correct.
And she is here. We're going to get more into her. Hi, Adva and Jessica. We're going to get more into her. I'm going to give you some detail, a little background. Just had a fur baby in here, but they disappeared. We're going to work this a little different tonight, but it's exciting. You can get free readings from both of us. Everybody say hi to Samantha and wish her a happy birthday because her birthday is the day after Lee's. Hi, Amber. Also, so first I want to, hi, Karen. I first want to thank everyone was incredibly lovely with their happy birthday wishes. To your lovely Lee, that's my mini, really not really. She's a much better improved version of me. But that's my ride or die. Hi, Jacqueline and Heather. I really appreciate all the well wishes. And then some of y'all went nuts sending her stuff and wrapped and everything. She looked like she slept with a hanger in her mouth. We didn't go to the PO box until yesterday. So I don't want anybody to think that we weren't saying thank you. We didn't get all of that until yesterday, but oh my God, I'm sure she's been saying thank you in the chat. But I also wanted to thank you because that was just really beautiful to see her light up. And then today I got a surprise package, and y'all have been wonderful and generous and congratulating me on my new ventures and all of that. And I appreciate every single one of you. I have to show you all what came in the mail today because not only was I crying, but I just speechless. I took a video of the unboxing, which I will edit and put up. But can we talk about how
Oh my gosh.
gorgeous this is? The two cats in the moon. It was all hand wrapped in paper, and she said all items were made and absorbed the light from the last full moon.
Oh
This is,
wow.
but are you ready, everyone? It's a
A
Lady
Lady
Susan.
Susan. Oh my
So
gosh.
now I can put all of my cards and everything on this. Look at the
That is
detail.
beautiful.
It's stunning, and it's in my colors. It has all the lavender. This is from
Oh wow.
Teresa Griffin. She wrote some
That's
beautiful,
beautiful.
beautiful notes with it. And she sent it to Connie Joe, so it would be a surprise for me, who then sent it to me and went through a lot of trouble. But y'all, this is what she does. This is custom made by Spiriting Art. I am
Oh
going to
wow.
post on the community page where you can reach her because this is gorgeous. I knew she
Wow.
refinished stuff. I didn't, but wait, there's more. It comes with coasters.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I was
Oh
just
my
like,
gosh.
but wait, there's more. This is the thing that sent me over the edge. You're not all going to believe it. So she gave me a beautiful little note. Look at that.
Oh wow. I love
It's
it.
it's a beautiful painting, and that is
I
the
love her stuff.
exact replica of my very favorite tarot card and my favorite lover's card.
Oh wow.
His love normally doesn't look like everyone else will think it looks.
She does beautiful work.
She
Oh
does.
my
So
gosh.
it's spiriting art at gmail.com. Teresa, I sent you an email. I can't even tell you. I just sat there staring at this. And of course, I had a video chat, Connie Joe, who's just in
Beautiful.
love with her just from the contact they had because she's such a sweet soul. This is incredible. I don't know what to say. I mean, I Sometimes I think I don't really deserve all of you because you're all so incredible. I'm gonna cry again. This will be going on my wall. But Teresa, expect another email because I will have better words to use. But also, I'm going to commission you to make something else because I was just thinking of something for the back of my office because this white wall is killing me. But it's good feng shui this way, the way the office is set up. So I'm gonna, yeah, no, I literally spiriting art at Gmail, dudes. I mean, and the finish on everything. I mean, I can't even imagine how much I would pay for something like this in any kind of shop. I wish you guys could, like, it is so perfectly professionally finished. Look at I'm going to be able to just wipe that clean if anything. It's stunning. And now, I'm
Beautiful.
sorry, but we all know that counts. That's not just the Virgo in me. So now I'm happily using it. I have my candle. It fits. It's huge. It's ginormous. I mean, it's got to be at least a full foot in diameter. It's huge. So thank you. Thank you. And I will pay you and commission you for the other thing that I want. Because I was just thinking about it earlier today, and the box came and I had no idea what it was going to be. But you all are incredible. And if you want anything done, holy cow, hit Teresa up. So I'm so excited now that I have, how I'm always like running out of room for everything. So now I have plenty of room. All I can think of right now is 16 candles. Now I have a place for my hands. All right. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I was thinking the same thing, Karen. So thank you so much. And now I have coaster. I have some place to put my water. Oh my God, I'm ridiculously happy. Today was a good day. So we have the privilege of having, and I do mean that, it's just because you all don't know her that well. I've spent some time with Samantha, and she's just an extraordinary good human. Hi, Kate. Hi, Monique. So she's been working with the tarot deck for at least 10 years, discovered her metaphysical gifts. She was telling me about 2012, it kind of really all clicked.
Yes, it was an awakening at that point in time.
Mm-hmm. I think that's how a lot of us experience it. Kind of like we know, but we just think, I don't know how I know that. Or,
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
because we have so much self doubt as humans, part of the human condition.
Of course, exactly.
um,
Am I crazy? Am I weird? No, I'm really
right,
not.
right. Um, and so we're going to do the fire signs. I'm going to try to do them a little quicker. And then in between the fire signs, Samantha is going to do some live card pulls. And then we'll do some more after the earth signs, which Samantha, obviously, I just said her birthday was Monday. So she is a lovely Taurus. You know how I love myself a Taurus, giving him a hug and a cupcake. So we'll do some more after that, and then if she wants to stay, she's welcome to stay. But I didn't want to ask her to stay for the ridiculous time. Hey, shorty. Um. So I didn't want to ask her to stay the whole time, but so that's what we're doing tonight, and then at the end, I'm gonna give away a reading. So this is extra juicy tonight. I would like to do a guest reader once a month. And the whole idea with this is somebody who has experience. They have gifts. I know they have gifts. Um, First of all, the energy lets me know, but also I can see it in their chart. But this is somebody who has gifts that just hasn't had the opportunity yet. And we haven't had the privilege yet of them having exposure to people other than someone who's already in their house. Right.
Yes.
So we all start somewhere. And so when it's her turn to read, hello, Annika. When it's her turn to read, of course, Mama Bear over here. If something doesn't resonate, you can just thank her for her time. And if you want to give her feedback, that's great too. We are going to be kind and generous because I remember my first time going live and reading cards. And it's different if you just read for a sign and leave it at that and put your video up, because no one is live saying that's right, that's wrong. This is really it's a different it's a game changer to do this live. And so I really want to, hey Alien, I really want to give Samantha so much appreciation. And if you are also interested, especially because Samantha was kind enough to be the first, because she's the one who gave me the idea, quite honestly. She was so brilliant when I had my session with her. I was like, you know what? You know what I would love to do? And now I just do whatever I want to do on this channel. So, so if you're also interested, just email me. Everything's in the description. So, and Samantha, if you feel like pulling a card for either for any of the signs, then chime in, and I'm happy to share the space. I feel really good and really connected with Samantha. We did a little meditation before. You all are in great hands. Yes, I love it. Cheer her on. You got this. How
Thanks,
you?
guys. I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
So
how
I'm
you
a
feeling?
little bit nervous,
Okay.
but I hope everybody can hear me.
Yeah, I'm sure that if I can hear you, they can.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Great. Wonderful.
All right. Oh, and somebody said you're giving elegance tonight, right?
Oh,
She looks
thank you.
so good. Hi, Stella. All right, so let's get started with Aries. I'm just gonna take some cards off my new wheel of tarot cards. I love this thing. So Aries, it's not your birthday anymore. You still have Jupiter in Aries for a little longer. May 16th, that walks into Taurus, and it's going to stay in Taurus for almost a year. So especially if you are late degrees Aries, please take advantage of that Jupiter while it's in your sign. This is great for first house placements, any Aries placements, and I always say, if it fits, I sits. Listen, if it resonates, that's your guides getting you to the messages you're supposed to get to. We're not taxis with our lights off and on.
Right.
Sometimes we wish we could connect better or get a clearer message for somebody, and there's just something they're supposed to figure out for themselves, or we're not supposed to be giving them everything yet. And sometimes we get messages through other people's readings, or we have epiphanies listening to something else. So if it feels like it's for you, it probably is, even if it's not in your sign. So feel free to listen. I love all of this encouragement. Yes, this community
Thanks,
is
you guys.
fucking amazing. This is why we love you. Okay. So I have, very interestingly, the Sun card, which, first of all, you have two major arcana. I have the Sun card. This is my ethereal deck. And I want you to look at that Sun card if you can. She's holding the sun in her hands, but looking over her shoulder. The Chariot came out in reverse. Aries, it's like happiness is right there. You're holding it, but you're looking for who's coming with you. And you're not moving out of a situation maybe that you should. The Chariot suggests that, and especially this Chariot, you can see that Chariot's moving fast. What's interesting too is it almost gives magician vibes for me with the wand here. And we have the two Sphinx, as always. Aries, look around you for what you just need to step into. And please let me say, we love Taurus. Don't really love Taurus Mercury retrograde. pants some days in the last week were like, do I want to?
Yeah.
Do I want to just stay in this big shirt? I really had a hard time. And I only have one placement in Taurus, and I only have one thing in the second house. So
I have Mercury Taurus, so I'm
yeah,
feeling it. I'm
yeah.
feeling
And so it can make us feel like not motivated when Mercury is in retrograde, especially in Taurus, because Mercury likes to be fast, it likes to be quick, it likes to be um, the rational voice, right? And some of our other more emotional planets, or the outer planets, where we feel like they have control over us and we don't have control over them, right? So when Mercury um, slows down, first of all, to right before it's going to station, when it stops before it's going to go in retrograde, that it just feels like all things stop. And that last new moon, that was an eclipse that felt like a full moon at that 29th anaretic degree, went right from the eclipse to a few hours later to the sun in Taurus squaring Pluto. And then Pluto's stationing very soon. So it's slowing down. It's getting a little bit more intense. And then hours after that, we were in retrograde of Mercury Taurus. So there was a slowing down, a stopping. If you remember that day at all, you may have felt like all of a sudden everything I was geared up to do, all the projects I had to do, all the new side hustles, the thing I was going to do, moving the furniture around in the living room, all of it's like, and today is coffee and get through to tomorrow. If that is how you're feeling, welcome to the club. The sun squaring Taurus and Mercury in retrograde probably made you slow down and feel a little bit like you're in a procrastinatory mode. And so I want to normalize that if possible. And tell you all, you're not crazy and you're not lazy. I don't believe in lazy. I think lazy is a social construct weaponized against marginalized communities mostly. And then it's something so that it's like one of the footmen of shame. I don't really love lazy. I feel like sometimes we have unprocessed feelings and sometimes our bodies need rest. And in between eclipses, because now we're going to have the other eclipse on the 5th, you're going to feel that. If the moon moves the oceans, right? We have more water on the globe than we do land.
Yeah.
And if the moon can move all of that water and you're mostly water, guess what? It affects you too. So I just want everybody to be gentle with themselves during this in between time. The end of May will get a little better. But Aries, you're definitely you have opportunity. If right now you want to look back, which is not like Aries. It's usually forge ahead and worry about it later. But it feels like there's somebody that you're afraid, but if I move forward, am I leaving room? Is that also cutting somebody off that I really care about? uh, you know, you know how I feel about that. If you're here and somebody else is here, they can come up to meet you. Don't come down to meet them. You're limiting their abilities. You're enabling. When you don't mean to, you mean to be helping, but we're not doing this. If you're here and somebody else is here, you're not going right to here to help lift both of you. You're on top of them now. So lead the way. And, in eclipse seasons, things fall out. But it feels like you need to process and sit with that. Um, the other thing here too is I just feel like this is for 2 of 3 of you. You might be looking at purchasing a house and you have doubts. I'm going to tell you, maybe not Mercury retrograde, but after it goes direct on the 13th, I would go ahead and do it before the Venus retrograde. But it feels like a couple of you are kind of on the brink of doing something with a home, purchasing, moving. Would you like to pull the Oracle card for Aries?
I would, yeah, most likely.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's have Samantha pour. I love this. This is fun. I'm going to sit here and drink my water and watch Samantha be cute and pull oracle cards.
I had to pay close attention to Aries because I'm an Aries moon, Venus, Chiron. What else of that in there? Saturn along with that as well. So I had to listen to the Aries and it pretty much hit hard. I've got these new oracle cards and I also have new tarot cards that I want to share with you guys, but these are called Angels of Healing and Hope oracle cards. They're beautiful cards. So I'll show you one of the things. They're just some of the artwork that they use on these oracle
Oh,
cards.
beautiful.
The name, just the way the book looked, because that was the only thing that I saw when I went to, we have a place here that has tarot cards. And you got to know where it's at because here in Florida, it's not, you have to know where the secret places are because they're not.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Unfortunately, I didn't visit while I was still living there, but I know exactly what you're talking about. My mom's doctor was like, "Did you go yet? Did you go yet?" And that's so funny because he's a, good little Catholic boy in church on every Sunday. And I was like, "How do you know about that place?" Yeah.
When I got these home, the great thing about these oracle cards is with each one of the cards, it gives an angel playlist pick.
Oh, nice.
So it gives you a song that goes along with the oracle card.
I love that.
So you can play the song while you're.
That's amazing.
And me with music, it's I'm a musician, so I get a lot of messages through songs that I hear, whether it be on the radio, while I'm doing work, while I'm in my car, while I'm walking, out in the pool. I always have music going. I can't go to sleep without it. So my gift is that I receive messages through music. So I hear, but I also feel. If I have a connection with a person, I feel. It's I was told not to use this word.
You're clairsentient. We had the conversation. John Edwards says if you're an empath, you're just soaking up and holding everyone's energy. When you're a clairsentient metaphysical practitioner, you're able to feel but know that it's not yours.
Right. So that's me, but at times I'm overly sensitive. There are times that I can't even go to a restaurant without having to step outside for a little bit because it gets overwhelming at times for me.
Mm-hmm.
So this is why Suzzy was saying in 2012, that was a big awakening for me of understanding anxiety and depression and PTSD. I battled with it pretty much a lot of my life. And I'm one of those people that I've got to know the core reason why this is happening to me. Why am I feeling this way? So I'm one to dig in to find the answers. And I maybe not liked the answer that I found, but definitely well worth the search for it. So that's just a little bit about me as far as connecting with spirit, as far as that goes. But we'll pull an oracle for Aries. Again, guys, this is my first time. I do have a Facebook page that I'm undercover. I don't even call myself my own name. And I do tarot undercover there every day.
And we can absolutely drop all of your info in the comments or in the description sent because this is why I'm doing this. I want everybody. There's 7 billion people on the planet, and there's enough people for all of us to share that have gifts. And yeah,
I got one right out of the bat.
So she's clairaudience and then clairsentient, which just she means she feels the energy. And I think that's just a constant ongoing struggle with people who have really strong clairsentient gifts. to like have to check in is this me or is this, am I picking up somebody else's energy?
Yeah. First card out of the bucket that flew out is Embrace the New. I'm going to see if I can. This is a brand new camera for me, so I'm learning how to utilize it.
Nope, perfect. You're perfect.
So the glow of that, I don't know if that's, but Embrace the New. I'm not going to hold that up for you, but I want to read it and tell you at least the song it goes with. I've gone through every single one of these cards and I've cried reading and listening to the music because the actual vibration of every note is a feeling for me. I don't know if that makes any sense. I don't know if there's any musicians here in the chat, but that's a feeling. Musical note is I don't know. It's just something.
It's much like neurodivergence. If you, there are certain ways that it affects us
Yeah,
physically.
and
Music can affect
certain
you.
tones of the music affect the frequency of the energy that I pick up. So it goes hand in hand. Embrace the New. I'm sorry, got
No,
off track.
that's great. I think it's funny because I think that goes with like you're already embracing the sun, but looking behind you. So embrace the new is. I think that's funny because I always say the oracle card always backs up the reading, but now we have somebody else, you know, in another state, picking a card. I'm not there, and it's still backing.
Right.
This is how. This is just a beautiful message from universe. How much this all connects and works.
Yeah, because let me put this light on real quick. Because now I'm picking up. I usually have this light there. Sorry, Dad. Didn't mean to move you there. Now my face looks terrible. There's like butterflies coming out of this on the card. There's butterflies coming out of the I guess it's an hourglass that's full already at the bottom, and then she's looking into the mirror. I'm trying to think of what that is on the other side. But it's almost like her time is up and that the butterfly is already seeing there down there, the butterfly. That's like they're ready to come out now. Now she's moving into that mirror wherever she's going into. But the Angels playlist pick for the card is Feeling Good by Nina Simone.
Ooh.
And I wish we could play that, but I know there's stipulations.
Licensing and stuff. Yeah.
So Nina Simone, Feeling Good. So if you guys want to look it up for Oracle card for Aries, but I'll read what it says on there. Embracing the new. Everything about this moment is new. This is always true for every breath, every thought, every moment. But you rarely stop long enough to be aware of this. Breathe rolls into the next breath. Thoughts convey upon one another, and moments become robotic. It is only in the pause, the space between, that we discover the awareness that is the gift of the present moment. I just got to chill because Susie had said something about in between. So as soon as I read that, I was like, okay, we got the connection going. When you break out of habits and routines, when you step away from the hypnotic treadmill of your daily life, you reawaken to the fullness around you. The angels say, while change can be intimidating, we tell you that now is a time to embrace the opportunity for newness. You can fight to hold on to the old, or you can choose to open to the exciting adventure before you. This moment is akin to the space between breaths. It is when the inspiration, ideas, and revelations seep in.
It's beautiful. And it really goes along with the idea of like, it's right there. And you really have to take your time, because sometimes too, when things come to us that we've worked so hard for, and the North Node is going to be in Aries starting July, I want to say 18th. It's this has been preparing Aries for a long time. Chiron's been in Aries for a long time. Unfortunately, that's not leaving. But we just had like a little boost with Jupiter, and I think this is a perfect way to say, when shit goes sideways again and again and again, which is what Aries astrology has kind of been for a while.
Yeah.
Uh, it's really hard to feel safe in the new stuff coming. So if you have to take a moment, um, and I know that sometimes we want to take people with us that aren't, it's just not
Yeah.
their time, but they can meet us up. They can meet up with us later. Thank you for that, Samantha. If I may say so myself, I feel like you're a natural.
Thank you very much.
I would watch
Appreciate
you.
you guys.
I would watch you. Okay, so we're on Leo. Leo, I swear, did you not
My
get?
best friend is a Leo. I hope she's in here. I don't know. She's supposed to be showing up in the chat supporting me, but hopefully she'll
Sometimes
show
people are in the chat, but they're just quiet.
up.
Sometimes I have readings with people and they're like, "Oh, I watch you every Friday night." And I'm like, "What's your name?" And they're like, "I never say anything. I never." So
So she's a Leo, so I hope she's watching and listening.
we have Justice in reverse, which is interesting because that can be also tied to Aries season for me. Or like an Aries moon person. And then we have the Death card. This is the anniversary Rider Waite. We have the Death card here. So again, in between eclipses, Leo, there's a situation that has not served you or done right by you. There is something unethical that happened, and like you have not gotten justice. And I feel like this is, for some of you, that there's actual back and forth in court and whatnot, and for some of you, um, this is relationships. I feel a lot of old friendships or just like bitter breakups. Um, and I feel like you've even moved on in some ways in your life, but there's like something is like clinging on to it's coming to an end. It's going to end shortly after the second eclipse, on May 5th. But I feel this is dragged out. I feel like this is energy vampire is what it's giving. Um, and for some of you, like you were right all along, but they're just almost better at convincing people that they're not who they say they are. And so you may have I just feel like you feel really wronged. And I kind of feel like you were. Like you got a bad shake in this. This all comes to an end. Like this all comes to a final end, and I think you get like a little peace and a little space from this energy vampire person. I'm going to pull a quick oracle for this, and then I'm going to have you pull the oracle for Sag. I'm going to use my white light oracle. That was from our lovely Heidi in the okay. All right. We have, oh, yeah, this is okay. Honestly, and I don't say stuff like this, and y'all know that I don't say stuff like this, but like soul contract, That's what I'm picking up. I'm picking up an energy that feels like it has claim to your energy. Like that, like if they're not going to have control over you while they're with you, then they're going to have control over you when they're not with you, and kind of like make you create, like not give you peace, respite from their energy. And then I get this card, but I do feel soul contracts. And just know that you can just tell, like, universe, spirits, and guides, I cut, and I give consent to cut all ties and soul contracts and soul fragments with blank person now, in this timeline, and all timelines, spaces and time, like all that. Please feel free to just tell your guides, listen, I say this all the time, your guides are sitting around, they are bored, you are their only job. Give them something to do. It's not bossy, they love it. Put on my old gal glasses. Okay, so that card is crazy. If you can see, we have like two souls that are, so we see the two figures and they're just wrapped up in each other. This is Tantra of 639 hertz. Be open to what seems unfamiliar or different. You will experience a breakthrough. As you embrace an unusual approach, you are on a soul path, accelerated spiritual growth, which is swifter, but not always easy. You do not have to contrive your own happiness, but you can dip into the bliss within your body to lighten your mental state and remind yourself that everything is always working out for you. I just feel like that card is a confirmation of, it feels like where one ends, another begins, and you want a complete ending at this point. Yeah, ask your guides to just cut that for you. You don't have to be attached to somebody. I think we're going to get a lot of readings like this tonight because of eclipse season, quite frankly. I saw you smiling away. Does that relate to something you know in Leo?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Very much so.
I'm going to use my light seers, which I believe every single person in the world now has one of these. I wish I liked the Muse deck as much as I like the light seers, but and we are on Sag. And after Sag, we're going to be doing free card pulls with Samantha. But wait till I tell you to say your question. Okay. Oh, that's interesting.
My daughter's a Sag.
Well, we all know Miss Connie Joe is a Sag moon, and I love that. By the way, I just wanted to, I saw Anastasia and Haley in here and Odelia before, and I wanted to say hi. If I missed you, it's because I literally didn't see you. Okay, so we have the Page of Cups in the upright and the Three Pentacles in reverse. Now, the Three Pentacles for me can mean a lot of different things. Usually it's an upgrade, or it's triangulation. It's a 3. It can mean too many cooks in the kitchen. It can mean a promotion that you were supposed to get and you didn't. If it's in, I see this either sometimes promotion in like work, but also if it's a relationship reading and this comes up, I see that as like the, Beyonce upgrade you. Like this person is an upgrade to what you're usually used to in a relationship. We have it with the Page of Cups here. And this Page of Cups, So interesting. So
It's
we have the
funny.
little pig over the bowl. That's, you know, the little cup. And we are not really grounded. It's a very Piscean card. um, and there's little hands making the heart. It's very like, I always say the Page of Cups for me is somebody who's like thinking of you, writing out your name, thinking about what it'd be like to take you on a date. And when they see you, they're like, I really like those shoes. There, it's, I find Page of Cups to be a little dreamy. And sometimes, you know, if we look at a page as a messenger, I don't know that the Page of Cups always delivers the message succinctly. I think that it stumbles a little bit. And also, I can see the Page of Cups as an apology that needs to be given or an apology is coming. Um, with the Three of Pentacles in reverse, there is something, and I feel like this has been a theme for Sagittarius. There is something that was you were either getting help on or support on that is changing, or you feel a lack of support. Um, you know, I want everybody to feel their feelings. I want you to process. So you're probably right. On some levels, you need an apology, but I think right now it doesn't feel as grounded. I would say revisit this, Sagittarius, after this Mercury comes out of retrograde, because you need the grounding that Taurus can give you, but Taurus doesn't feel very grounded when Mercury is in retrograde. And when Mercury
That's
is
for
in
sure.
retrograde, you know, that's, we can't like see it. It's not, we can't lay our eyes on it. And um, grounded earth signs like tangible things. That's why the earth signs represent pentacles. That is when something is in your hand. That is like, you know, the feeling something is cups, and thinking about naming the feeling, that is swords. Putting some kind of action together to remedy the feeling or act on the feeling is wands. And then when our manifestations come in, when things solidly come in as physical um manifestations, that's pentacles. And the earth signs like to be able to like see something, hold something, right? Taurus is very touch feel. um and when Mercury is in retrograde, we cannot see it. We cannot see it in the sky. It feels intangible, and that's harder to get grounded around. And so Sag right now, um you know, Sag just went through the opposition of that Mars and Gemini for 7.5 months. So I think that revisiting this after, I think maybe it was time for this to end, or for that you don't need the support. It's like you see it as support being pulled from you, and universe might see it as you don't need the training wheels on the bike anymore. Um, and so right now there's just emotions that don't feel completely grounded. So revisit how you want to handle, or who you tell who you need an apology from after Mercury retrograde is over. And I'm going to leave the oracle card to you.
I'm doing the Work Your Light Oracle card.
Oh, I love those. Rebecca Campbell?
Yes.
Yes.
I think you have another set like this, but it's a,
I do have another Rebecca Campbell. It is the Star Seed. That was the
that's
first
it.
one. That's the
Yeah.
first one I got. Oh my God. I love Teresa. I love this thing.
Wow. Well, Sag, I got yes, just say yes.
There's only two cards like that, and that say just say no and just say yes in that whole deck. So that's a big sign.
So there you go, Sag. Just say yes.
Okay, so we are on to the part where we're going to ask Samantha questions. You guys can ask her questions. I'm going to put them up on the screen, so it'll be me. So she won't be skipping you. It'll be me. Of course, we're all going to be lovely and grateful to Samantha for doing this. And also, I don't know where my other bunch of these guys are. We're going to do this for about 15 minutes and then go into the earth signs. So whenever you are ready, you can ask her a question and she's going to put, you said about, you'll pull like 2 cards for them
Yes.
and you get what you get and you don't get upset, which is what I used to say to my kids. Yeah. So you can go ahead with your questions. If you want to ask Spirit a question, Samantha is happy to be your conduit. Okay. So Stella, let's see what you get for Stella. Maricela, you're a brat and I love you.
Hi, Stella. I love your name. And, you know, we've chatted several times. So every time I've got to go, Stella, like they do at Seinfeld. And I just watched that episode the other day. So let's see here. Will I be physically intimate with my person within 3 months?
Months.
Will Stella be physically intimate with my person? Will Stella be intimate with my person? Stella. Stella be intimate with me. Oh, there we go.
Nothing to see here.
Sorry about that. Cards are flying.
Mine too.
Stella, I would have to say yes. But there is a little bit of self-doubt about either the person or the situation. Maybe it's because it's been a little bit since you've been physically intimate with a person. But it's all in your head. It's just the self-doubt of not feeling comfortable. But you got the 8 of Swords and the Wheel. It's all in your head. Just be comfortable with it. If it feels right in your gut and it's good, then it's good. But I say yes. But there's a little bit of fear, a little bit of doubt about that.
All right. We have Monique.
I don't know if that resonated or not, Stella.
There's a little delay, so I'm sure she'll get back to, but it'll be way down in the comments.
Okay,
So,
Monique, how is my person feeling about me? Because I haven't seen him in a while. Thanks. How's my person feeling about me? Monique. How is Monique's person feeling about her? She hasn't seen it in a while. How is my person feeling about Monique? Ooh. Monique, I need to ask you I'm wondering if you're still in a relationship with this person, or I'm not sure what the issue is. I got the Six of Wands and Ace of Wands, Six of Swords, Ace of Wands.
Those are good. Six of Swords.
Six of Swords and
Okay.
Ace of Wands. So it's a possibility that they're thinking about a new beginning. Maybe something happened and they feel sorry about the fact that maybe something was said or done in a situation. Possibly wanting to take action on starting over again or a new beginning with you.
Oh, I just got hit with something for that.
Almost like they feel guilty for whatever was said or done. I'm not really sure. But with that Ace of Wands, definitely wanting to start something new, not the same situation as it was before.
Yeah. I kind of know some of the situation there,
Oh,
and
okay.
I think that was a very astute reading, to be honest. All right, I'm gonna give you another one from Leah. Thank you for welcoming her.
Oh, thanks, Leah. Oh, three. Deep down is my mother-in-law. Happy in life.
While she's pulling cards, I'm just gonna Venus energy. I'm sure she would love to do a general reading. Maybe at some point if we get you her Facebook page. But for tonight, I don't think we can do a whole because we're gonna do little snippets in between pulling the all signs. But absolutely, I'm gonna put her info in the comments and in the description. So if you guys want a general reading from her, you can absolutely. You did a portrait of me? Oh my God, Kate.
Um,
Alien, charge and come back. I love the chat. I love you guys. Monique said that definitely resonated.
okay, thank you.
And Stella said thank you.
Leo 3. I'm not I get the feeling that your mother-in-law is trying to find happiness within her life, almost as if she's wanting to feel that passion and romance again. I don't know why. The King of Wands came up, so it was just, brown chicken, brown cow. It was just with the seven of
It's totally up to you. Because I'm so connected with you, I'm picking up stuff as you're reading. Is it okay if I throw in a 2
yeah,
cents?
yeah.
It's
Because
not
again, this is my
information.
first time, so I'm
No. I feel like um mom-in-law maybe feel like she's not supposed to want all of that. like she's supposed to just be an older, well-behaved woman.
Yeah.
Maybe great, but she's not supposed to still want all of that. But there's almost guilt, or I feel
Yeah. Yeah.
internal conflict. So I hope that was helpful. Let's
Yes, I hope that was helpful. Sorry.
okay. Kate.
No. Hello, Kate. Will I be a famous artist? Please. My daughter just won Earth Day 2023 poster contest. She's an artist. So it was for 10th graders. I got the Emperor and the Four Wands, most definitely.
Yeah, I got yes for her the last time too, but I'm smiling away because
There's
I always get that you're supposed to
celebration.
go to, yeah, go ahead.
With the Emperor and the Four of Wands, most definitely. Taking a risk. Sorry, but you got your shit together, taking a risk and knowing that you know what you can do as an artist, and definitely celebrating that.
And
Most
also being cocky
artists.
enough like the
Yeah, yeah,
Emperor, you got to go around. I keep saying this. There's like a community. I don't know how far I don't know where you live, babe, but there's some place where there's like a bunch of art galleries or music, and you have to take your stuff in there.
yeah.
Or like a restaurant. Oh, that just like a restaurant, so you can have your art on the walls. But
I
you
hope
have
that
to be
resonates.
cocky like the Emperor. Yeah. Okay. Um, all right. And all right, here we have Dolly, and I'm going to see if we got feedback from Leah.
Is he being truthful to me? Dolly. Is he being truthful to me?
And then we have about 4 minutes, 3 minutes. And then we'll do more of this.
No. That's going to be a no for this Three of Swords. And the Tower. Dahlia, I'm sorry. That's going to, the Three of Swords with the Tower.
Yeah, but just know when the tower comes,
The
I
change,
can see
yeah, all
clearly
brand
now.
new.
Yeah. It clears the tower is not all of your stability. The tower is an
Right,
obstruction that you can see much more clearly when the debris is gone.
right.
Okay.
Plus, once that has all fallen, then it will rebuild.
We have a new question from Karen, and then I think depending on how long that takes, then we'll take more questions after Earth signs.
Is there something?
You're welcome, Kate. I'm looking for feedback from Leah, but I don't see it yet. But sometimes people have to step away. I'm going to write down who you read for so I could put it in the.
Unethical with my dad's
Pretty
so
good.
and destroyed.
No, I'm not writing that. I thought I found a blank piece of paper, but it was my car title, so I'm thinking maybe I can all over that.
I wouldn't write on the back of that or anything.
No.
I
have flaws. I try not to make denial one of them.
Karen, I got the Sun and the Queen of Pentacles. So for me, I wouldn't say that's something unethical.
It's funny. My queens are my yes cards.
Are they?
Mm-hmm.
Well, and then I got the Sun with it. So I guess that would make sense then.
All right. Do you want to do one more quick one, like a yes, no thing? And then I'll go on to Earth.
No, you can go on to Earth.
Okay. It's a lot, right? When you do, because you're taking in everybody's energy.
Yeah, I'm still on the person prior to that.
Yeah, it's hard to switch out. That's why, guys, I get tired.
I'm like, hold on a second, wait.
Yeah. So
because we're still on the one prior to the mother-in-law thing.
Right. So when you guys see me start this like bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and at the end I'm like this, it's because I have nothing left to give. But this time I actually feel really good because I'm sharing the energy. I don't know if that makes sense. It's like in Guardians in the Galaxy when Peter's holding the Infinity Stone, but then they all hold hands and they can handle it together. Samantha's holding my hand while I'm, metaphorically, because I think I'm a superhero, holding a fucking Infinity Stone while I am. You guys are not. You don't drain me like that, but I'm just saying that it's a lot of energy in one room. Okay, so, woo. I'm gonna try to remember where the questions were. But if we did not get to you, so I want to say the next question was Jessica. Venus energy, she can just like pull a card for you, like, and see what she gets. But not a whole general reading. I don't know. I think of a general reading as like a good 20 minutes at minimum. But then I know Jessica, can I star that? Okay, then I can go back to the star. I think I got it. All right, so let's get into Taurus. Happy birthday, Tauruses. How you doing? All right, let's get cards for Taurus. There's a Taurus sun, Scorpio moon, eclipse in, I'm such a nerd, I know. Thank you. There is an eclipse. It's it's late 14 degrees, almost 15 degrees. Scorpio moon and Taurus sun conjunct Uranus, squaring Black Lilith. So that's coming up on May 5th for all of my Tauruses.
Yippee! Sounds like a fun time.
Yes, and then there's one more eclipse, but that's in Taurus. There's a Taurus moon that's an eclipse, and then that's the last of it, you guys, for your whole nodal axis. And you will go gently into the night and let Aries and Libra take the torch for a little bit, take the baton. All right, so, interesting. If you feel like you're working, and you kind of know it's for a reason, but you feel uninspired or like you lost something, Taurus, I have the 8 of Pentacles, but the Ace of Swords in reverse. You're working for a goal, and I feel like that goal is probably because I might as well be the amazing Kreskin saying this. I think the goal might be for Taurus a little bit of stability, something they need or want for their family, for their life, financially, and that is a good goal, of course. Taurus is going to tuck you in and keep you safe, but so there is working, and there is a reason, and so that feels connected, Taurus. Woo. Okay, it feels like it's so inner purpose connected to who you are as a soul. What drives you, what satiates you, right? Because like tucking in and keeping everybody safe and having stability, a non, Uranian base for everyone to feel comfortable with, that is very Taurian, and that does satiate their hearts. However, the goal, while feeling spiritually or inner guide, driven for all the right reasons, the inspiration, the vehicle you're using to get to the goal is not filling, ticking all the boxes. And so you are feeling uninspired. My Taurus loves, I don't think you're gonna feel inspired till the end of the month. Do not beat yourself up. Look and see how, I keep telling everybody this. We live in a new world. Let me explain something. When the shutdowns happened and COVID happened, um, companies learned that it's cheaper to have people freelancing, working from home, not paying big rents. Taurus, if you have a skill that you can use, that you can freelance it, and then make room for the thing that you also love, you can have the stability and you can have the inspiration. Take this time. Don't start something now before the eclipse and before Mercury comes out of retrograde. At least let the sun pass it. And for more on that, the astrology podcast really squeezed the juice out of that thing that, like, I guess we kind of all know as astrologers and don't think to say out loud to people. But once the sun goes conjunct the retrograde, it's a little less um, it's a little less daunting to start something during the Mercury retrograde. You can start taking steps. The sun isn't powering the backwards movement as much. Anyway, take this time between now and, like, say, the 16th and 17th and figure out how you can utilize and monetize what your skill set is, rather than, because this is, again, this is working towards something, but it's like she's prepared for a rainy day, and this is upside down. So like the Ace of Swords is, epiphany through the crown chakra, feeling connected. And so it's great that you feel connected to the goal, but having the vehicle also feel connected would be great. I'm going to pull an oracle card because Samantha just did all that in a bag of chips. So we're going to give her a little rest. Woo! That is a smoldering card. That says family and tribe. What number is that? Okay. I love this book because it has the big writing. Oh, yeah, I lied. Becoming aware of how the beliefs of your family and tribe are influencing you. What did you learn about relationships, money, and opportunities when you were younger? Ask yourself, am I still carrying some of those outdated beliefs? What did I just say? Things don't work. There's a new way that everything works. Am I trying to seek love or approval through stability from my family by doing what they want me to do? Yeah, I don't know. I think that just hit the nose. However that goes, whatever that saying is, something got hit on the nose. All right, we're moving into Virgo. I have my Muse deck. And then I promise you all I'm trying to find Trying to find Karen's thing so we can get it off the screen. There we go. Virgo, this is great. Also, if you have 6th house placements, there has to be a card that doesn't belong in here because it's like shuffling funny. Okay. Listen, you got 3 cards, but you're going to like them. So we do have a 6 of Cups. There is a connection to either inner child healing or, that is some 6 of Cups, they are giving each other cups. It's childhood love, or it's childhood sweetheart, or it's somebody you used to know, or it's soulmate. This is very much, how are you celebrating? How are you playing music? How are you, and I just want to say we do that often where we like soothe our inner child with those moments in the car, with music, with play. But we don't actually address the things that make us need to escape the adulthood and go be the child. But we also have to like look into how we free that, how we get rid of the shame, all of that. This is interesting because there's 3 figures. There is a 3rd figure on the beach here, kind of watching. And honestly, I feel like that's higher self. So there's something to look at, processing that's connected. Sometimes we don't realize what it is. It took me a really, really long time to realize that like safety in a relationship, or feeling safe with like, I'm a tough girl. I will protect and take care of everybody else and make a cake without flinching. But sometimes it took me a really long time to realize that like I don't need anybody to protect me, but it would be nice to know that somebody would be willing to do it, because I didn't really have that, right? Like that's my childhood thing. But I was so busy being tough, it took me even well into this career and well even into the education of trauma response, to know that like, oh, because I don't think of myself as fragile that way. But this is what happens. We discover things, and it's usually we think we have it all figured out, and then something just pops up. So you may experience that in this eclipse season, Virgo. And then we have a gorgeous 10 of Pentacles and a Queen of Wands. So Virgo, I would say this is your time to shine, your time to glow up. And God knows Virgo will work hard for it and do the work for everyone else quietly without taking a whole lot of, accolades for it. But this is creativity and this is manifestation, like coming into your hands. I love this. It's just that you're going to stumble. I don't think that you feel this coming because you're in this, but it is. Would you like to do an oracle for Virgo, or do you want me to keep going until it's your turn again?
It doesn't matter. I'll do an oracle for Virgo.
Okay, great.
However you want to work it. It's getting dark. It's getting dark to where I can't even see. I guess my daughter did not help me with the lighting.
Well, I'll have to send you one of my little $10 Amazon lights that I love. What deck was I just using? That was the Muse deck from the Chris Ann, which is the same people who made the Lightseers deck. That was this deck, and with that gorgeous Queen of Wands, that was the Muse deck.
This oracle card is Earth Wisdom oracle cards. They're very earthy.
For Virgo.
I thought, well, let me get some earth going on. You just don't want to talk. Come on now.
Sometimes I
I
feel like,
had one flipping inside,
okay.
so I'll pull that one. Responsibility. So
That's
it kind of goes hand in hand on what you were saying.
Yeah, that's the thing about Virgos. They will be responsible, but like it does come up into manifestation. I just think that you have to look into responsibility, what you're actually responsible, because accountability, Virgos will take on all the accountability. I've been watching the Great British Baking Show with my daughter. I'm now like, she got me obsessed. And I was like, I really want to like find emails for all of these people and ask them how many of them were Virgos.
Right. Yeah.
Because it's almost like the anxiety of being judged, and yet they're signing up for it and make things so hard for themselves. But there's one guy on this one season, and he's just he knocks that out of the park, to the point where the guy tells him, it's a little annoying, you're kind of perfect. And but he's always like, and that is the thing about Virgo. The accountability thing is so strong within that the childhood healing often is releasing the responsibility that wasn't yours too, looking at responsible for what are you carrying that you don't need to carry, and let it go, because oh my
Right.
God, the manifestations
Yeah.
are just right there for you. Holy cow. Um, and then we're gonna do Capricorn. Um, I just wrote down who you read for in the middle, too, so we can put that in the timestamps. I'm going to use the tarot of the 78 doors. I swear, half these tarot decks, I watch Gemma, because I think we all love Gemma and Gemstones Tarot. And I was like, oh, and then I go looking for them. I'm like, oh, those are like 20-year-old deck she has in what she calls the tarot cupboard, of hers. And you go to look for them and they're like $300 out of print. So I was so excited when I found these, because they're like the knockoff cheap thin paper version of
I
this,
got you.
because the original is crazy. But she's got some vintage decks that you cannot get your hands on. We already have the Nine of Cups. I like that for you, Capricorn, because the Nine of Cups, for me, yes, it's wish fulfillment and it can feel like self-satisfying, but for me, I always say the best 10 of cups is when you're bringing the 9 of cups and somebody just offers you that last cup of love, because if they take that cup of love away, you still have your 9 of cups. Like, you're good and you know who you are, and then somebody is just adding to that. Um, it's a level of self-love where you're okay to go to the movie by yourself. You're okay to go to the restaurant by yourself. You look very pretty in candlelit, by the way, Samantha. Um, and then we have the Four of Swords. This is very interesting. It was in reverse. For me, if you know, you know, the Four of Swords is one of my cards of when it comes in reversed, it's time. There's been time to rest, and now that rest time is over, Capricorn. Um, that time to rest probably felt like when, Pluto was dipping out of your sign for a few minutes there. We'll get ready because it's going back in. It's going to stay there until the end of November 2024. So that rest time is over, but it comes with this sense of self that no one can take from you. That's the best kind of self-worth, when you've built it to a place where no one can take it from you. And obviously Taurus is trining. All these Taurus placements are trining. They are talking to your Capricorn, but also Mars went into Cancer, and that is opposing. There's something you may have to fight for a little bit, that maybe you thought like was not your circus, was not your monkeys, and you're going to realize it is your circus and it is your monkeys, and now it's time to say something and do something about it. But when you do that, it's just like a little piece, like a little closure on what you needed for that self-worth and knowing like, okay, I got this by myself. I just feel a lot of action. I feel like even my hands, I feel a lot of action for Capricorn. I'm going to grab a quick oracle for you all. This Priestess of the Light guidebook. Who was the song deck that you pulled? Well, who makes that first? I think we're definitely going to have to put that. If you can put that in the comments.
Okay.
While I'm pulling this oracle, because I know a couple of people are saying they wanted that deck, and I forgot to ask you then, so this way they can go look for it. Precognition, psychic ability, future vision. This card, gorgeous. Again, whatever this is that you be like, not my circus, not my monkeys. I have my own things. I don't need that distraction. That's all I keep feeling. There's a lot going on, and you are just like, that's your own chaos. Keep it over there. You've known for a while, Capricorn, this is something you're eventually going to have to deal with. But lean into the trust of yourself. And that also, then when you lean in, oh God, then when you lean into the trust of yourself and this like feeling, because Capricorns can be very sensitive. When you lean into that feeling, that is really going to bump up your self-worth because you're not going to doubt yourself anymore, and you're not going to worry that you can't deal with more things at a time than you think you can. Okay, we are at another 15 minutes. I'm going to go, let's see if I can go to where I was. Now I just have to look for that little star. I like that feature. And I'm going to go back to where we left off for Samantha. So Jessica Edwards would like to know, will she get a job this month?
Okay.
I'm reading some of the comments. Kate, you're too sweet. Amber, thank you so much for the things that you sent to Lee. By the way, that one gift was gone in like a hot second.
I'm going to say yes. I got the Strength card. These cards are called the Guardian. They're all trees, which I just fell in love with these things. But I do believe that you will get the job, whatever job that you're looking for, Jessica.
And I know Jessica Little, I think strength is perfect for her because it's your ability to run a small country that you have to give yourself more credit for and walk in strongly with that strength. You're actually perfect for management even.
That makes sense because the card has all these mountains and she's kind of like standing over them as far as being overseeing them or surveying them as management materials. So that would definitely make sense with that now that I look at these cards. She's kind of looking down on these three massive mountains.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Do you want me to take questions in between so that you can disconnect from the last energy a little bit more?
I feel exhausted at this point right now.
Okay.
So yeah,
So
it's
I'm going to take one and then you tell me if you want to keep, this is,
'cause
so
this is all new for me. So
right,
I'm
right,
just,
right. No. And that's the thing is like, yeah.
and I'm
Um,
listening to you. I'm reading there, you know, so
it's a lot, right? Because
yeah,
you're like
yeah,
listening to spirit.
yep,
That's why people used to comment um when I was on the other channel. I don't really get it here, but like, oh my God, she's too slow or she takes too long to say something. I'm like, then I do because I'm listening, I'm reading the chat, I'm listening, I'm reading the cards all at the same time while in enveloping, hugging, um 30, 40, and sometimes in that room there would be like 70 people,
right.
80 people in the chat, right? So right, we're not, like I said before to Samantha before we started, I know we're not taxi cabs, right? You can just turn it on and off. All right, so I'm gonna pull a card. I'm gonna actually
Oh
pull from
gosh.
the other. Yeah, if you want to like take a breath, you can actually turn your little camera off for a minute and go get a water, or
Oh, I okay.
you want me to turn that? I'll turn it off for you and then I'll see when you come back.
Yeah, okay.
We'll see you in a minute. All right. I got you, Amber. And again, however, there's like no demand. So if anybody else wants to like sign up to do this, it's whatever you're comfortable with, whatever divination you're comfortable, whatever speed you're comfortable with. If you want to do 10 minutes and then be like, I'm outie, like that's fine. That is fine. Okay. Trust the timing, trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. Um Amber, when I feel like you're being oof, hard on yourself, and part of it is because you're looking at how other people receive or read or the clarity. I think that you're doubting your own clarity. I don't know if it's just that you need to like, here's the thing. And trust me, my Virgo rising and my other Virgo placements hated, absolutely hated the fact that at some point I had to admit to myself that I just had to risk it. I had to risk being wrong, which was terrifying for me. So your gifts are there. The thing that you're like rushing is that I think you want to be at a place, it feels like you're being hard on yourself because you're looking at how other people practice, is what I keep getting, or how they receive. And you're going to receive. I used to walk into every, when online spiritual chats and practice groups and all that started, I was big too, because my wise ass self-deprecating humor has served me well my whole life. So I walk into every room and be like, "Hi, I'm Suzzy. I have clair envy," and I tease Connie Joe about that all the time because she has clairsentience and clairaudience, which I just think are amazing. And I have claircognizance is probably my strongest, or even Stephen with the clairsentience, and that it's a little harder, it's a little easier to doubt yourself with the claircognizance. I feel that really requires a lot of trust. Obviously you're welcome to practice here, but I do feel claircognizance for you, and the clairsentience. I do see clairaudience though. Clairvoyance. I do see that for you as well. You're like exactly where you're supposed to be, but you're further along, but feel like you're behind. It's like we're both looking, what they're showing me is like we're both looking at the same game board. And I see like if whatever. If we're playing Monopoly, and the board's like this, and this is the get $200, you think you're like back here, and I'm seeing you at payday. But it's like we're looking at the board at two different perspectives. And I think you're right on time, honestly. I hope that was helpful. I feel like I rambled. There I go again, not making sense, taking too long to say things. But I hope that made sense. I really do. All right, let's Teresa. I'm not getting a clear yes or no. I'm going to use the pendulum. You know how I got the pendulum? I turned my little spinny thing. Because the pendulum, oh my God, I love this thing. Honestly, having what you made in my hands, like I know you can make so much. Girl, just recovering old furniture. If you did this kind of like Starry Night Galaxy glaze that you did on the bottom of this, where it's like black, but it's also purple and it's also midnight at the bottom of the tree on this thing, and you did whole furniture like that, oh my God. Especially, yeah, that you would do so well. But hold on, let's see. Should Teresa rent out her extra space? No. Should Teresa turn it into an art studio? Yes. Okay. I'm getting there's something in between here. It's not that black and white, is it? No. Could she Airbnb that once in a blue moon, or especially now in the warmer weather? Yes. Okay. So I had to ask that because that's what I saw right away. It's not a yes or no. If you Airbnb that spot just here and there, you can actually yield higher yields for the time. And then what you can do is after you Airbnb it a couple of months or whatnot, then you can you'll have the subsidy to just let it be an art space. Also, that's going to give you time to take off. I mean, I'm going to commission you for something else, and the thing that I want is going to be right behind my head all the time. And actually, this has inspired me. I see people asking Kate for her art. I know people are going to want to contact Samantha. So I think tomorrow I'm going to put up a community post and tell everybody to drop their links, drop their info, drop how people can reach them, what they do, put up a picture of their artwork. I think you can put a picture as a comment on YouTube. If not, we'll find a place to do that. But what we can do is create like a community space where we can all connect. Kind of like our own personal little like LinkedIn or Facebook space. But I think that you can Airbnb it. And when you do that, that's going to allow you to get more money and not have it be, you're not going to have to deal with it for a year. And also I'm feeling like if you rent it for a year, I don't like you committing to somebody for a year for that space. Not even for 6 months. Quicks in and outs will be better. Samantha, if you can hear me, you can just give me like a peace sign if you're ready. And if I'll wait until, okay. All right. We have lovely Miss Taurus Samantha here again.
I was trying to adjust the light because we weren't prepared. So I want to make.
Oh, so Shorty, Samantha, I believe, works with tarot. Um, and I can have people who are astrologers on here, but I don't believe she. Am I wrong? Are you able to look into Mars and Leo in the eighth house? Yeah.
No.
So that'll
Learning,
be
but no.
yeah. So I have 15-minute readings if you need an actual astrology reading, if you just want to talk about something quick. But I'm sure at some point we'll do this, but it'll be all astrology because we'll have somebody on here that needs to practice. We're going to do some tarot readers the first couple of months, and then we'll eventually get some astrologers on here. I want to be able to show you um, have a third thing that's just um, the charts and stuff, and I haven't quite figured that piece of technology out yet. All right. Um, if you're up to it, we have a question, and if you want me to take this one, I'm happy to.
I'll take this one.
Okay, wonderful.
All right, Saturn Mer. Do I need to stay at my job a little longer or look for something else? I'm finally starting to get recognized, but it's been almost 4 years coming. That's good, but I'm used to taking crumbs. Aren't we all used to taking crumbs? Knowing that. Do I need to stay at my job a little longer or look for something else?
Oh, that's awesome, Moanne.
Do I need to stay at my job? Two of Cups. The Strength card. I got the Three of Wands, the Two of Cups, and the Strength card popped out at the last moment.
So how do you interpret that for?
From the three cards there, the Three of Wands tells me that there's something else that she's looking for. There's something more out there that she's wanting. Of course, she's taking crumbs, so, and 4 years coming already. So, and with the Two of Cups and the Strength card, you're feeling that you're taking crumbs because maybe you're not being appreciated for the work that you're doing. And maybe other people around you are getting the credit instead of you getting the credit, even though you're getting credit, but it's not taking full credit for what is being done.
You're very good. I know this community member well, and so
I would, with the Two of Cups and the way that it shows up in the card, I would definitely, I mean, you're going to continue to get crumbs from where you're staying, even though you enjoy where you're at, probably because it's comfortable. I don't know what sign you are, Saturn, but maybe because it's comfortable and it's too scary to make the move or the change. But you're going to continue to keep getting crumbs. If you do stay, it seems like they're taking a little bit of an advantage of you and the knowledge that you have. Maybe not your boss, but maybe people that are around you in the situation. But
yeah, and I think I happen to know that her chart is ruled by Saturn. So I think right now, for all of the people that have strong Saturn placements, or Saturn seems like you can't get anywhere because there's always just like a boot on your neck of you have to be not only responsible for yourself, but people who have a lot of Saturn often find themselves responsible for other people beyond their resources, beyond, right? So beyond what their resources should just be for them, they are also taking care of others, or there's just other incidents happening. So right now, while Saturn is in Pisces, for the people that have a lot of Pisces, Saturn is there to ground. But for the people who have a lot of Saturn, Pisces is there to allow you to have um, that proximity to the dream, to have proximity to expand
Right.
the way Jupiter does and the way Neptune does, right? Neptune doesn't really give you any boundaries
No.
or like limitations. That's why I
Right.
always say I love my Pisces. They all have cotton candy walls to their house. So that's why sometimes I like to teach my Pisces like boundaries, because those walls are made
Yes.
of cotton candy from Neptune and Jupiter. So right now is the time to have faith, Jupiterian faith in that Pisces, Saturn, because this is a situation, and I don't know if you feel this, Samantha. uh, you're just gonna have to, leap.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to like cut the cord. You're gonna have to, and it's if you overthink it, I'm afraid you'll stay.
Stay. Yeah. I have to agree with you on that one. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I went down to just get some feedback. That's my fault. And then we are going to, there's such great responses to you, Samantha. Okay. Um,
I appreciate and I'm grateful for all you guys.
okay.
It's a lot.
Odette, I'm going to answer this one for you. My question is, I'll just put it on the thing and then. Question is, job on the line, will I be fired or stay with my employer? Your employer has some kind of like fixed idea about you that isn't true. I think you might keep the job a little longer, but it almost feels like one of those situations where they'll happily keep making it uncomfortable, hoping that you will leave so they don't have to be the bad guy. Because I almost feel a sense of bias around this, or a sense of they don't want somebody to say that they were any of the ists: racist, ageist, sexist, misogynist. There's something going on where this employer, um, I mean, you can stay, but I just feel like they're going to make it uncomfortable because they don't want to get called out for what, and it's their issue. It's not anything you're doing. There's nothing wrong with you. It's literally their own issues that, that's called projection. It's called narcissism. So, I'm curious to see if your employer doesn't get, I do feel a power differential that I don't feel is fair to you. And I feel like you're very aware of the power differential. Um, is Odette going to get fired? I'm getting a strong no, babe. I really don't feel like but I just feel like they're going to make it uncomfortable so that you leave on your own accord, so they don't have to deal with any backlash. Um, there might be something better out there where you'll be treated with more respect, is what I'm getting. Because this is somebody else's personal issues that they are projecting onto the situation. That's you, and you can email me, let me know if that's right or wrong. But that, I didn't even need to draw a card. That just came in so strong, and yeah, I don't want to say what I'm seeing around the employer. Um,
I definitely see what you're saying.
yeah, yeah. They have their own personal issues, but they
Yeah.
would prefer to be seen as totally have their shit together, and
Yeah.
in turn they don't. But they like to use their power, as people do, to make other people feel a little less
Yeah.
than. They're probably like nitpicking anything that you do, because that's their own, that's a them problem, not a you problem. And if this job ends, something else will be better for you anyway. So I don't want you to have attachment. to what it says about you, your character, your worth as an employee or a person, no matter what happens. Everybody's sending energy to Alien's battery, his cell battery.
Oh no.
See it for water signs. He's funny. Okay. Let's get back into, I am going to run through. You want to take one more question? And then if you are completely exhausted, you can just join as you usually do in the chat. I'm going to leave it up to you because I really do want this to be comfortable. There's no, you are not obliged to stay. And it is a lot the first time.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
So
I am going to be just like everybody else on chat and continue to enjoy. But I want to thank everybody in the chat. And Susie, I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you for inspiring the whole, program platform.
I am honored. So I'm very honored to be the first one in here. So I appreciate it very much.
Well, I appreciate that you put yourself out there like a guinea pig, because I could have been a complete jerk and this could have been a hot mess, but you were a natural. And I'm going to put Samantha's info. And I think when you were out of the room, I said I was so inspired by the quality of what I got from Teresa. And I saw people were asking, could, they get a general reading from you? And then I saw people asking Kate if she had any like socials for her art. And so I'm going to set up like a community space, and I'm going to figure out a way to carry it onto my website, but like kind of like a referral thing, so everybody can drop like where you can get a reading, where you can commission art, where you can see the work they already have for whatever it is. It doesn't matter. I don't care if you're a real estate agent or if you're a whatever it is. We'll just have a community thing. And I was going to do the class this Sunday, but we are having the part 4 of we're having the part 4 of the Progress Moon final part this Sunday with Connie, Joe, and I. So I will move the class to a different day, but I am going to have a class too about how you just start doing with the socials and the YouTube and anything advice that I could give or people to follow. So you know how to like keep up with algorithms, because you got to do that. And all the free apps that I can tell people about and what I've experienced. Any help that I can be for whatever the business might be. So I'm going to be doing that next week then instead of this week. I probably won't do that until after Mercury retrograde is over.
I wouldn't either.
So I just want us to all thank Samantha. Everybody is thanking you. And then she's going to slide on into the chat. And you won't be on anymore. Once I turn your camera off and your thing off, no one can hear you or see you. Okay. But she's going to slide into the chat. And thank you guys for being so awesome. And I hope this encourages other people.
Love you guys. Mwah.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right. It's just me again. All right. So let's get into air signs. I'm going to use my Fountain Tarot. There we go. I'm going to use my Fountain Tarot. Yes, she is talented. She is talented. Let's see. Yes, Gemini or third house. Thank you, Juan, for always keeping me honest. And then we're going to start a twin flame karmic soulmate series. That's starting on the 7th of May. And then I'll do the class. Let me all know in the comments, and Lee, if you could just take note or maybe put it in your phone. Would you guys prefer a class on a Sunday, or would you prefer like what's a good day to do a class? Because I'm pretty sure it'll apply in any country. I can do it on a Saturday, but I don't want to mess up people's weekends. You tell me when a good day is for class. Because I'm going to really want to get into start doing classes. Okay. So, Gemini, we have, funny because you got 3 cards also. So we have the 6 of Cups and the 6 of Swords, one in the upright and one in reverse. This is also coming with the King of Wands in reverse. Again, this is the Fountain Tarot. This King of Wands is like behind the light burst. It is in reverse, which means sometimes when the King of Wands is in reverse, Gemini, you may have somebody in your environment that is using their power in a bad way. They're taking advantage. They're using it unethically. They're holding something over you or trying to gaslight you or shame you into having more control or having. This person may even just like making you feel shameful, which is awful. But somebody is using their power not ethically at all. We have this childhood healing card. I don't know if you could see that. There is somebody offering you something or somebody in your life that used to offer you something. And it felt like behind the fog, behind chaos, behind disruption often in the home, there was one person, whether that was a friend, it could have been, I mean, I am getting this, could have been like, gosh, like 11, 12 years old, like maybe your first little crush or little like childhood sweetheart. Nothing going on but the rent, obviously, physically, but there was somebody that you could trust, that you could sit in the silence with. I don't know if you might not hear from them, especially because we're in a Mercury retrograde. That's often when exes and others may slide into your DMs, people from the past in general. And then there's the 6 of Swords. For some of you, Gemini placements and third house placements, this King of Wands, unfortunately, is a very close relationship or your relationship with somebody. I feel like you know and they know that you can leave, but the using their power unethically, and unfortunately for some of you or a few of you, I'm really getting that this person like just almost enjoys holding whatever they know you feel shameful about with that. That's why it's so important to fuck shame, to get rid of shame, to work through, to do healing exercises, all of that. Reset your thinking around those moments that you felt shame around so that you can feel them and work through them. Because then people like this just can't hold power over you anymore. You know that I want you to pull back to that person who you could sit, they would like hold your hand and sit in the silence and they knew the whys. Maybe if you were embarrassed, if your parents were yelling or not sober, or there wasn't enough food in the house, or something was sloppy, this person would never bring it up to you. They knew the whys and they would just sit in the dark with you and hold your hand. Whether that person comes back into your life, I want you to be that person for yourself now, Gemini. Man, your readings lately, heavy. Heavy, heavy. All right, let's look at an oracle card for Gemini. What do we want? Let's take spinning my thing. Makes me happy. It's just perfect. Okay. Notice I haven't looked for my glasses at all tonight because I know where they are. They're on my lazy Susie. My spinny Susie. I'm just going to call it a spinny Susie. Oh, Odette, I forgot to take your question off. My bad. There we go. We have 20 flying. This is the oracle for Gemini. It did come out reversed. And this deck, Colette Baron Reed, the Enchanted Map Oracle cards. It came out reversed. I just want to show you how pretty the card is in the upright. Reversed, when you see the flying card reversed, it is a gentle reminder that there are times to take flight and times to remain grounded. And for now, you must avoid overreaching. There is still work to be done before you earn your wings. Be patient. What you seek will not be out of reach forever. Remember the story of Icarus in Greek mythology, whose wax-made wings and overconfidence brought him too close to the sun. He perished because he didn't realize his limitations. Humility is wonderful, but also your limitations are in your head. And now you must, sorry, I'm reading that. And now you must have faith, believe, and fly again. Don't try it all at once. Doing too much too fast only serves to prevent a beautiful flight early on. Gemini, it feels like you are getting ready for a big move, but that's what all of your readings have felt like for a while now. Okay, we are on Libras. I'm going to use my Stranger Things for you. What if I put my big, beautiful amethyst on this gorgeous right in the middle? Will that work? Right next to the candle. I'm going to have to take pictures of this, like how I have it set up in my office. And I didn't see, was Shauna here tonight yet? Shauna went nuts for Lee's birthday. Juan went nuts for Lee's birthday. Syra sent her something beautiful. Like Amber sent 2 beautiful things. All right. And we had something very eventful happen to us Sunday. Also, that was Emily's birthday. I'll talk about that next week. But we still haven't even gone to dinner for Emily's birthday yet. Now she has all these dresses to choose from. Okay. 2 major arcana, Libra. I know you guys just had, Gemini trining that Mars. And I feel like for the Libras I know and love, it's just been a little challenging lately. We have the World card and we have the Lovers in reverse. I've not gotten this card yet in this deck. It is Elle and Mike. For some of you, there's a change coming. And sometimes Libras can be a little indecisive, or, they like things to work out. They'll work on having things work out. And the World is a great card. It's a whole new beginning. But with the Lovers in reverse, it feels like there's a change at your door. And it feels like if you try to avoid, go around the change, pretend things aren't changing, you might have the choice taken from you. I wish that was something else. When the Lovers, because the Lovers is also called the choice. It represents Gemini. It's an air card. With a huge change and the Lovers in reverse, it just may feel like the choice won't feel like yours as much anymore. You know, oof, my ear is ringing. It of course is going to go the way, like if universe is ushering in a change for you, there's some benefit to it. This doesn't feel like it's going to feel great going through it, but on the other side of it, the World card is always in your benefit. So what I want to encourage, hi. What I want to encourage Libras to do, I know I haven't fed you in a whole, all right. Well, I was not going to tell you guys this till next week. But this little thing showed up on our driveway on Sunday in very, very bad shape. I took her to the vet. They think she's been on the street for at least a year. And so we're keeping her. Her name is Sadie Lilac. She's very pretty. She has ancient eyes. But she's rehabbing for food because she was starving when we got her and dehydrated. So she's probably like, hey lady, you haven't given me any of those like nutritional things, or fed me in a whole 2 hours. So that's the reason why we haven't gone to dinner yet. We're like rehabbing this sweet little soul. And now there's fur everywhere. I think she didn't know where I was. Gemini, Libras, when this feels like you have to make a change and the change is coming with the World card, you still have the power to make it more your choice than universe's choice, which way this goes. And I want to make sure I say that to you. That the choice doesn't have to be taken out of your hands. I hope that got through. Let's pull an oracle card for Libra. Yeah, she broke our hearts. And then she's not chipped. She was spayed and she was really friendly. So she was definitely somebody's pet and they just abandoned her. That's improved since Sunday. But she has a home now. Hi, sweet thing. We didn't name her until we found out that she was like, got a clean bill of health and wasn't chipped. We looked everywhere on every lost animal within 30, 40 miles, which would be a lot for a cat. But we looked on every lost and found. Nothing. No one looking for her. But she found us. So, okay, let's. We got defend till the end, which sounds like what this is going on. A Libra will really, and I talk about this all the time, if a Libra loves you, they're not overly, they can have people pleasing trauma responses. That doesn't mean they're people pleasing people all the time. They're not your yes person. They're not doormats, especially in like social situations. They're charming, so they don't normally have to be doormats. But if they love you and they are invested, that's when they'll be like, let's fix this. Do I need to take off my arm? I'll take off my arm and fix this. Do you need my other arm? So that's what I mean. So here it says, defend to the end. I'll hold up the card. And that's what I'm feeling, like somebody who doesn't want to let go and eventually defend to the end the worthwhile. Beneath the illusions, pretty as they may seem, you know what is real. Beneath the lies, sweet though they may sound, you know what is worthwhile. All that is genuinely and truly essential for the heart to throb with life is worthwhile. Anything that dulls it or suffocates its vibrant aliveness must be questioned, challenged, and more than likely cast aside. For our heart is our key to living an authentic life. Libras, South Node in July. I'm cheering you all on. It's going to be life-changing in all kinds of great ways. Okay. Yeah, that's the right deck. So I don't know why I smell coffee. No one's making coffee here. I'd be the only one to make coffee, and I'm not making coffee this late. So I don't know why I smell it. That's weird. Yeah, every day something happens and I have to think about how she lived for a year. Her little paw pads were like, I could tell right away, just filthy. So we had to give her a bath. And her paw pads are worn down and everything. So but she's here now. Yeah, we're pet rescuers in this family. We don't buy pets. There's enough to rescue. Yeah, exactly. I'm adopted because cats, there's a universal cat dispensary system. This one got dispensed to us. It found us for sure. I was right away on the phone with Connie Joe going, like, is the cat okay? I'm too emotionally invested. We are on Aquarius, and then we're going to go into water signs, and I'm going to give away a reading. And then tomorrow, I'm going to do some water sign. I'm going to do some monthlies, finish up. I have to finish up April. Wow. Aquarius, 3 of Wands and King of Wands. Feeling so inspired, so impassioned, so alive again. And looking possibly a change, but definitely looking out. There is something you're feeling incredibly inspired about the future. Ugh, I hate this. If you're cross watching, I also feel for a few Aquariuses. Or maybe this is a good thing if you're cross watching. I don't know. I'm not here to judge. I hate this. I feel for a few Aquarius. It's going to be a little bumpy. But you may have been in a relationship that's been, and I've been saying that for the Aquarius readings too. in the monthlies. Like there's somebody there that's just loves how you problem solve because it makes them feel cared about. The problem is that they keep finding problems for you to solve. They might be a little bit about that drama and you're not about that drama. And I feel like somebody's come along and made you feel you again without just being somebody's official without having to deal with the drama. I feel like this always happens when we stay in relationships that have really died. Someone will come along and curl your toes. I have said that for decades. I do think that there's still like love for somebody in the one situation, but it's like I have love for you. It's almost turned into like friendship, and God help me, in some situations, like a little bit of like guilt, feeling bad. I hate the word pity, but a little bit of like what are they going to do if I leave them kind of thing. Even though I don't think you're getting a whole bunch out of it. You may have to make a choice, and I think a good amount of Aquariuses are going to follow the authenticity, and King of Wands, if nothing else, is authentic. Let's get an oracle for that. Let's get an oracle for that. I want one of these. That felt almost like I had no business being in it. Like I didn't want to see. I don't know if any other readers ever get that, where it feels like I'm not supposed to know that, or it feels private, even though I'm doing a collective reading. That felt very private, but I did not feel judgment towards the Aquarius placements or the 11th house placements at all. I felt like they had really done a lot. And if you did not watch the Aquarius April reading, please go watch that, because I feel like that's connected. Okay. Wow. Okay. What you got? Glass is always right there. I love it. Oh, I don't know where that card came from. That was weird. The card you got, Aquarius, is the White Rose of Hope. We see a woman dressed in a blue gown, standing somewhere in a lonely landscape. Darkness surrounds her, but a shining white rose glows like a beacon and illuminates the night. Maybe this woman is lost. Maybe she is uncertain about her feelings. Yet, thanks to the light of the flower, she can find her way. White roses symbolize hope, new beginnings, admiration, and young love. There are exciting times ahead. And I do feel like that. What's the matter? I do feel like that King of Wands with the Three of Wands is very much looking towards something that makes life really fun to like be a participant in again. All right. We are on Cancer. Cancers. Let me grab these. Okay. My Mystical Dream Tarot, right? Yes. Mystical Dream Tarot. Hey, Erica. I know, Shorty. We have improvements. Like her ears are up all the time now. Hi, Janny. Is it Janie? Janny? Well, we're happy to have you here. But her ears are always up now, which the vet we found is incredible. And yes, we already got our vaccinations, and my God, we were like, you don't even want to know. Being very diligent in this cat's care. So I always say, if you're a Cancer and you like to rescue humans, go rescue an animal. It's usually a better success story. So, I speak and universe is like, got you. Here's one. Okay. Cancer, you have a 4 of Pentacles and a Page of Wands. Feeling like you're starting all over again and possibly feeling a little under-resourced, Cancers. Page of Wands brings a message of, new starts, but also like it's the beginning of a journey again. It's exciting, but it can feel exhausting depending on where you're already at in journey. And 4 of Pentacles is, there's a little attachment here, feeling a little under-resourced and possibly feeling a little attachment to something or someone. And it's making the starting over feel harder or less clear for some of you. Whenever I get the 4 of Pentacles, I ask the lovely Cancerians, 4th house placements, or whomever the reading may be for. When you see the 4 of Pentacles, are you overwhelmed? Are you under-resourced? Are you staying overwhelmed and feeling under-resourced because that's what you're used to? Are you not great at asking for help, although you're really good at giving help? Because that usually, I find there's such a correlation to people who get 4 of Pentacles to the idea that they're really good at giving and they're really bad at asking for help, whether that be pride, whether that be self-worth, and they just don't feel like they get to ask for help. But are you staying under-resourced and overwhelmed because you think, well, who am I to ask for help? Or if I ask for help, they'll be like, oh, she needs help again. Why she should be doing that all on their own. He should be doing that all on their own. They should have their shit straight already. There's some kind of shame in asking for help here. Don't stay under-resourced, especially if you're having to, new starts are great. Endings are hard. New starts are great, but new starts are new starts. It also means having a learning curve and sometimes a little bit of a discomfort. So, hey, Sparkle Mint. You guys are all making me blush. Cancers, the beginning again is great. We're cardinals. So we're cardinal signs. So we're good at beginnings. When you get in the middle, make sure you're resourced. And if you want to look at like a karmic scale of how much you've helped others selflessly, then you're allowed to ask for help. And if somebody wants to make you feel like you should be doing it on your own, or who are you to ask for help, then that's a good, very clear sign that that's not somebody that you should probably have in your near and dear environment. Let's get an oracle card. I kind of feel like this calls for, there they are. We're doing it into the woods. Yes, we are. For Cancer. Are you overwhelmed? Are you overwhelmed because you're under-resourced? Are you under-resourced because there's shame around asking for help? It's because what you're used to. Because some of us have cortisol addictions based on our childhoods or early teens and 20s even. Okay. I don't know that I've ever read this one before. Now I'm excited. Oh, am I doing the thing? Let me read. Then I'm going to leave it off because it makes my eyeballs feel better. The fortunate companion. When we walk alone for a time, and especially if we have walked alone to learn to know who we are once again, allowing others in is a very vulnerable experience, yet it is worthwhile. There is a fortunate companion who wants only to share their friendship gladly, with no demands or expectations, but with joy at having you by their side for a time. When you both connect, there grows a good fortune, for you benefit each other with the gifts of laughter, sharing, and understanding. Trust and listen as they share the secrets of their soul, for you two are safe to share what lies so very deep within you. This kindred spirit, this fortunate companion of the lonesome path. Oh, kind of think that's perfect for Cancer, and I don't have to say too much about it. We're gonna do Scorpio now. Scorpios, how you doing? Big eclipse on the 5th. Alrighty then. Right on the money. I love the Into the Woods too. Okay. So, this is the deck. This is my, I want to call it my double funny deck, but that has to do with my mom. This is the double major deck. And what is with this deck is it just has major arcana and court cards, but there's an alternate card for each original card, and both are in here. We never know what we're going to get. Well, here it is. Okay. So we got the Emperor, and this is the Emperor, the alternate Emperor. He's not sitting. He feels like he has to be on guard. He does not feel as comfortable, as confident when he can sit back. He's feeling a little on guard, and he's feeling like he has to oversee more than usual, Scorpio. If your guard is up, Scorpio with its guard up, like, of course your guard is up. If your guard is up, there's a reason. There is a disapproving look. I've had enough of this shit all over this dude's face, okay? Instead of sitting and presiding over life, it feels like this Emperor needs to take action. Scorpio, you're about to have an eclipse in your moon at around 15 degrees. So that could be the other thing that you have. That could be it. That is giving you this, like, it's not time to sit and just preside over what's happening. I mean, this guy looks like he's about to hand out some serious condemnation. God, that's a good word. Okay. Sorry, Gemini Mercury. I get really excited about good big words. Here is the Hierophant in reverse. Also, so we have the alternate version of the Hierophant, and it's in reverse. They have, usually we see the Hierophant with the sword, very knowing. They are going to judge. They're going to advise. The buck stops here with their spiritual advice. But we are actually questioning. The sword is down. We are not feeling as confident in both cards, but it's also in reverse. Kind of questioning where your belief systems are, and if you followed the wrong person into where everything is now, that you can't relax. You should be able to sit back. You should be able to, you're Scorpio, you should be able to sit back and just, like, observe the human circus and make your dark humor jokes and kind of keep it at arm's length a little bit, so you don't have to let anybody in too deeply, even though that's what you really want. Yes, Scorpio or 8th house. However, guard is extra up, and also somebody's got you questioning, like, who the hell did I follow into this? Like, how did I get here? Like, this is not my beautiful house. This is not my beautiful wife. Like, whose advice was this that I followed, questioning everything? That sounds about right for an eclipse coming. Also, you learned a lot in the last 18 months. Well, 16 months. You have another 2 months, 3 months to go, 2.5 before the nodes leave your sign. Yeah. Now it's time to take what you learned and use it. In your life, which means standing up and saying, like, yeah, we're not going to have any more of that. And we're not just doing it your way. I'm questioning, how did I get here? And was this like a false prophet that I followed into the life that I now have to be on the defense in, which I shouldn't have to be, right? So let's pull an oracle. Ooh, let's pull a shadow card. There's a lot less delay here than there is when I do it the other way. Maybe I'll just do it this way all the time. Lee, is there any of that cake? I made Lee a pistachio cake with a light chocolate, like melted dark chocolate, but like not that heavy, super chocolatey, overly sweet frosting. I made like a chocolate almond frosting with vanilla bean paste and everything. And then I encoded it all whatever with crushed pistachios and almond butter powder. Four different textures and 3 different flavors. And now I want some. Okay, Scorpio, you have a lot of power, right? Pluto is one of your rulers. You have a lot of power. I love these cards. I can't even read the contents without my glasses. It's time to be the alchemist. It is time to move and shake and form the potion, have the plan, say the intention, and throw it all out there. After these last 14 and a half, 16, whatever, 15 and a half months. It's not time to be an observer anymore. It's not time to follow anything anymore. The Alchemist. The Alchemist card indicates a time of metamorphosis. It is a call to view everything in your current life as an opportunity for growth. Right now is a potent time to plant the seeds of what you want to invite in. It is also a reminder that our thoughts are incredibly powerful. We may not feel like we have a lot of control over our lives, but we can work hard at changing our thought patterns to ones that empower us. Hell yeah, fuck yeah, Scorpio. For sure. Be the alchemist. Don't preside over life happening to you anymore. And you have more power, especially more power than other people would let you think that you have. For some reason, this is tied to the Gemini reading. Take that. Oh, can I make that? There is still some left, but not after tonight, though. Can I make that for your birthday in a couple I will tell you that I've been making cakes. We do cupcake wars in this house since she is very little. She's had all kinds of I've made wedding cakes, party cakes. Um that's kind of a big deal. I make homemade cinnamon rolls, buns, bread, whatever. So she's had a lot, and she actually said, "My birthday from now on, this is what I want on my birthday." So yes, absolutely. I'll listen when we have the real life black party, maybe next year. Um, I'll make little pistachio chocolate, like chocolate almond cupcakes. All right, Pisces. We're gonna use the herb crafters. How you all doing, Pisces? I hope that Saturn is like grounding any kind of like nasty thoughts, disbelief you have in yourself. And don't go anywhere. I'm going to give away a reading. Or go anywhere you want to go, and then the people that stay will have more of a chance. I trust universe will make it exactly how it's supposed to be. Pisces are 12th house placements. Yeah, I wanted it so bad. Also, side effects of watching the damn baking show. All of a sudden, you're like, I need to make this ridiculous cake. If I had had chill, it would have looked a lot prettier, but I didn't. And it was healthy too. Haha, Lee, you got tricked. We have Pisces, the Empress in the upright. Love, love, love. Then we have the Page of Pentacles. It's really beautiful. They're like weaving things out of plant leaves. It was in reverse. So when the Page of Pentacles is in reverse, what we often find is, listen, with the Empress card here, something's a changing. It's a lunar eclipse in a water sign, Pisces. That's going to affect you. Mars is in Cancer. That's going to affect you. So we have some changes here, and Saturn is in your sign. We have movement here, but the Empress means that like you have more power than you think. You also like, please lean into your metaphysical gifts, Pisces. And I really hope that Saturn is like the weight on the balloons of self-doubt. Bring those thoughts back down to earth. Something's going to shake a little bit. It wasn't a lot of stability. You might have thought it was. It wasn't. It's going to shake a little bit, but that's okay, because look how gorgeous that Empress card. And by the way, that's the rose, and this is the yucca plant. I love yucca. Oh my God, fried yucca. Yucca fries? Yes, please, and thank you. Okay, my wheel is moving all on its own. Hi. What's that about? It just moved all on its own. She did say that she used the full moon. So Pisces, that's the confirmation on this reading. There's going to be a little shakeup. Totally normal. Because there's an eclipse that's going to trine your sign, and Mars is trining your sign. However, whatever happens, you still end up with the gifts, the power. You're going to have to lean into the trust of yourself, which is helpful that Saturn is your sign, so it can ground any of those like self-sabotaging doubts. It's going to firm up those cotton candy walls. Somebody might have offered you something like a project or we can do this together or something. Something might have been offered. It might even have been a job, and going to crumble a little bit or change or something's going to fall through, it's not going to be about you. This is you not missing your opportunity. This would have, you would have wasted your time. You are not, I'm supposed to tell you that. If something falls through, that was not you missing the gravy train. I just aged myself. Like not even a little bit. All right, let's get an oracle. I want one of those like empowering oracles. I'm gonna take another one of these. I'm gonna take another one of these because I want to and I can. Now I'm hungry. Now I want like, well, I better feed little Miss Sadie. Sadie! Hi, sweet friend. We just called her sweet friend for 24 hours because we were afraid to get attached in case she was gravely ill. If they had told me she only had a year left, I still would have taken her home and given her the best life for a year because I've already done that with another cat. But we were afraid also that she was chipped and that we wouldn't, so we didn't name her, so we were calling her sweet friend. Okay. She must have fell asleep. We have cycles. Oh, feel free to heat up that corn. I can hear her in the kitchen. What cycle of life are you in right now? What is the one area of your life where you need to focus the most of your energy? Where are the distractions? Is it time for you to focus on your family, or do you need alone time to discover your true purpose? Do you yearn to open your heart and love fully and deeply and passionately, or is this the time for healing and regeneration? Maybe completely ready to enthusiastically concentrate on your life purpose and not somebody's idea of what your life purpose should be. Put all your energy and effort into making your dreams a reality. Yeah, Pisces. Somebody's going to come along and tell you that it's like the best thing since sliced bread and this is a big opportunity for you and all this other. I don't think it is. 12th house Pisces placement. Don't think it is. Oh, that's one of the other creatures in the home. All right, we'll tell the other creature to heat me up some corn. Don't you love this season? You get like fresh corn, like husk it and everything. Am I the only one who loves that? Maybe that's because that's where I grew up and it reminds me of my dad. Sadie and Nikki are definitely not going steady right now. Sadie spent a year and she's a tiny little thing and she's a lover, not a fighter. So I don't think she fared well with the other cats. I think that's why she's not living behind a storefront where she would have had more food easily accessible and she was in a neighborhood. I think that she does not do it. So she's terrified. I can only talk about like using my trauma education, been doing nothing but with this cat. So they know each other exists. We are letting the introductions, the merging and all of that take as long as it needs to for everyone's comfort. Right now, they are not besties. But our cats are being really sweet and lovely. But it's corn. It's got the juice. It's got the juice. It's a catchy tune. Let's give away a reading. Let's give away half an hour because 15-minute readings are kind of bullshit. I don't really do them, I don't think. I say that I do, but raise your hand if I've ever actually done, you've booked a 15-minute reading or won a 15-minute reading and you only got 15 minutes. That's the sound of nobody raising their hand. So let's just give away a half an hour and call a spade a spade. All right. I'm gonna I don't know why I just said that like Ethel Merman. And again, really aging myself tonight. All right. Let's see. That was completely off camera. I've got something. I'm holding it. It's a color. And the first person that guesses the color gets a half an hour reading. And also don't forget to, I'm going to put the thing up for Sunday, Connie, Joe, and I might do a couple of readings tomorrow. And then maybe next week I'll just do like free card pulls. I like to do that once a month. And then we'll have the class sometime. Also, don't forget to tell me what day it would be good for, hey, Denise, to do classes for everybody. And of course, it'll be available on Zoom. Wow. Oh my God. The chat just jumped. Okay, hold on. I think I saw it, but holy cow, it just went, it's jumping. All right, let me find, Denise was the first person to guess. Okay, let me go back. Sparkle Mint. It's berry, berry pink. It's pink, 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 pink. Sparkle Mint. Yay, you haven't ever won anything. Hi, Boho Warrior. I'm going to go back now because I always end up screwing it up. Nope. Okay, she was the first person to say pink. Or they were the first person to say pink. All right, Sparkle Mint, make sure you email me. Also, I'm going to figure out how to do a community page where you can all drop, like, say what you do. I'm just wondering, can we post pictures? That might be in my head because, like, you can't do that on Instagram, but you can do that on Facebook. But you can't do it on TikTok. Can you do it on YouTube? I'm not sure. So I want people to be able to put up pictures. I know, Odette, I was reading your comment about like you're scared of worms. Wait, what? I wasn't sure. Okay. All right, so we will be back next week. You double checked. Okay, Sparkle Mint was first. Okay, great. I'm so happy it's somebody who hasn't won anything yet. And then so Sunday is Connie Joe, part 4, and we're gonna go over what it means. Because I just checked on somebody's progress chart, one of my clients, and literally they are like 16 days from having a new moon in their progress chart, just their progress chart, which is very, very rare. And so when the moon is waning squared, waxing squared, full or new, those are huge, huge, huge moments in your progress chart astrology. So we're going to talk about that theory on Sunday, as well as cover Aquarius and Pisces. I'll be doing stuff tomorrow if y'all want to check in. Let me know when a good time for the class would be for most people. And then for some people, there'll be a recorded version afterwards. Hi, Hollywood. Thank you again, Samantha, for coming on here and reading. And if you're interested in that, also email me. And I won't get back to anybody until tomorrow. So just please don't. Oh, and Lee says, don't forget to like the video. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Also, I do private readings. I do readings with Connie Joe. Also, that can all be found on my website, SuzzyEvolutionary.com. I do appreciate when you like and you share and you watch. You know, one of the nicest things you can do is like hit the copy link. It doesn't have to go anywhere. And then like put it on in your purse and put your phone in your purse and just put me on mute and let it play. The watch minutes matter, especially right now. They just changed all the algorithms on YouTube, which is some of the stuff I'll be sharing with in the class and who to follow to keep up with it. But I love you guys so much. And don't forget to tell me in the regular comments what days work for classes. And I'll see you tomorrow and Sunday. Thank you again. really would. Sorry, somebody already guessed. And I'll see you all tomorrow and Sunday. And thank you again, Samantha. Bye, everyone.